Welcome back to the channel, guys and gals. I hope y'all enjoyed the live stream yesterday. We had some problems that we had wound up ending very unexpectedly, and that was a shame that somebody came in and had to wind up ending it because of their mouth. Um, it was reported, so to that person that did that, uh, just let you know that your comments and your channel has been reported for what you said. So, moving on from that, uh, got me thinking about some stuff, and I was like, I really wanted to do a conversion card because I have a bunch of 2-rail O scale that still has KD couplers on it, and eventually I will go all O scale KD couplers on my stuff. So in the meantime, I need a conversion card, right? Well, I needed a spare body to work with, which I had one, and as some of y'all might remember, this little guy. And I was like, I could work with this. So what I've came up with is I got a Lionel MPC era truck body right here. Back here is just a blank. What I'm going to use is this Katie O-scale coupler. And I will have to wind up dropping this down about, quarter inch or so. A quarter inch down here to be able to make the conversion. And this will serve as a dual purpose. So that's really cool to have that done. There is a couple of ways that you can do that. One is, this is an MPC air truck, which is exactly what's on the conversion card. You can take, and you'll see there's like a little lip right in here. And you can bring this down to, say, 230 seconds, 330 seconds, right? And oddly enough, for me to say that, it's kind of odd because my father was like, don't ever do that. And the one time that we had to do that, he goes, well, I never said you couldn't. I said, yes, you did, Dad. You always told me not to. And he said, well, sometimes you have to. Thanks, Dad. So, this is just a spare one. But anyways, so what I'm going to do to help lower the height on that quicker is to actually sand this top down right here. And if need be, you can also take and rebrace the inside of it. Get yourself like a piece of wood or styrene, whatever, and you'll just stick it right up in there. Glue it in, or if you got a metal one, rivet it, screw it, whatever. Hey, whatever works, right? And you can do that quickly. That will allow you to get a better height of this one right here, and we'll go with everything else. Why am I building a conversion car? Well, one, I want my camp kitchen car back on the rails. Nobody's seen it on the channel for quite a while. It's lettered NDM, which I'm going to redo the lettering on it to make it more prototypical. And the rest of the train, considering I do have an NDM caboose I built, long caboose, which everybody has seen here on the channel as well. Why not, right? So I've got a couple of cars that I need to change out wheels on. Excuse me while I put my readers up. Excuse me. It's a sleepless night tonight. As some of y'all might remember, last year we did a video on an unboxing from a buyer on eBay that was selling off his grandfather's 2-rail O-scale trains. And unfortunately, some of those were actually parts. But what was weird about it is that he sold them to me for an extremely cheap price, and that was last year. I think it was like around $20. Plus shipping would have been like a total of $40. Here's one of them right here. This is the one that was kind of neat because it was lettered on this side, but not over here. I do need to replace the roof walk, so that's no big deal. The wheel sets on here are actual sprung, which is nice. So what I'm going to do is just replace the wheels. You can get the wheels through trains.com, eBay, and some other places. Very, very cheap. I think it's like $1 a wheel or whatever. And just replace the wheels on these. And these will work just fine without having to do anything. And yes, Lionel wheels will fit in a 2-rail truck assembly. So that one will be done and be repainted. I will probably keep it a Tuscan. So again, I prime it red. And then we have the Wabash. Now this one was 2-rail. It does utilize a Katy, old school Katy. As you can see, that is an actual all solid. I mean, it's just a really neat little coupler right there on both ends. Again, just change out the wheels and you're good to go. So these will be back on the rails pretty soon, and I'm looking forward to actually getting these running again and on the rails so that y'all all can see them run, because that is something that is pretty neat to see, especially when you start seeing 1950s, 60s, and 70s hand-built rolling stock on the rails, and that's pretty cool. Then we have this one right here. This is the one I was wanting to keep as she was, pretty much keep it original. This is the Clover Bloom Butter, also known as the Armor Car, Armor refrigerated line. I did not want to change this one because during the time that I worked out of Nebraska for 10 years, I used to pick up at Hormel in Armor and deliver across the country and deliver to them as well. So I'm kind of partial to the Armor name and along with the Hormel name because it is, you know, kind of a throwback, if you want to call it that. This one was mounted with Lionel wheels. Well, these aren't Lionel. These are actually, they're 70s 3-rail O-scale wheels is what they are. But the wheels themselves are Lionel. So that was kind of nice to have that. Plus, I still got the Katy couplers. So what would that do? Well, that'll get 3 more boxcars back on the rails that we can run as well. I still have some more. And let me show you what we got here. This is one I had started working on. This will more than likely be a repaint. I've got to try to find some top hinges up here, these plates up here. If not, I'll just have to make some and just be done with it, you know. And it's got the Katy knuckle couplers. So again, some of this stuff I didn't want to change out. What I am going to look for is either Atlas or MTH wheel sets for these so that I can get these back on the rails and get them back running. So that was American Refrigerated Transit Company car. Okay, and then we got, here's another 2-rail with the metal O-gauge couplers. These are solid mounts. Some of people call them dummy couplers, but some of these cars were so heavy that they had to be this way. It's nothing I take personal, you know. This one does have one truck assembly on it, which is kind of cool. But there again, I don't know if I got another matching one like this. So that might get put on hold so I can either get a wheel set or see if I have another truck frame here to do that with. And that would actually be nice to see this one on the rails and running with the rest of the refrigerated cars. How many refrigerated cars do I got? Quite a few. Right here we have the Burlington Route, Burlington Refrigerated Express. Again, KD couplers, but it's missing two of its door pieces up here. So I may have to make those again and just kind of work with it. This one did not have any wheel sets with it. So unless I can have some more wheel sets, I can run the two rail and put 3-rail trucks or wheels in it. Who knows? But I'd like to make sure this one gets put back on the rails as well this year. And then we have the last one. Fruit Growers Express, ventilator and refrigerated. This car right here, I've seen some of these in the past on layouts, but this one is all hand built again. And again, we'd have to do wheel sets on it. You know, just kind of keep a lookout, eBay, you know, wherever, to get them and put it back on the rails. This one did suffer some damage during shipping when it first came in, so I'm not, you know, like upset with the person, but could have been packaged better. But on that high detail level on some of these cars, maybe not the underside, but the top sides and the sides of everything, what you would see as a train fan or watching these at a train show or even on your own layout, would definitely make somebody go, wow. And that was what I kind of like about these older hand-built, scratch-built cars, is that you have a wow factor with them. They're heavy, and yes, you do need a bigger locomotive. And I will get around to buying a different locomotive. But right now, not really too worried about that, as I'm actually would like to get a SD60, you know, or even an RS model, RS3, something like that along the lines, so that these can all be pulled very easily. Even though I got the E60 in there, we'll pull these all very easily, and the 2025 will. Yeah, so that's kind of what's going on here. And as far as the couplers for the articulated car, I have looked all over this house. I think somebody may have accidentally thrown them out. So that means I have to reorder them. Good thing those were only $1 a piece as well, and I got free shipping on them. So I will have to order some to do the articulated, and be able to hook it up in its consist like it's supposed to be. Not a big deal. We figure, you know, what? Let's see. For, you know, roughly $20, $22, $23 just in parts. And that will put every one of these cars right here I just showed you back on the rails, unless I have to do trucks. But for right now, what I'm working with and what I got, I'm not going to worry about it too awful much because, well, hey, it's a hobby and there's no rush on it. But I would like to see these back on the rails and being pulled around the track again at some point. And a few more boxcars. Who knows? Maybe in the next run session, I'll do a boxcar run or something. I don't know. We'll just see what happens, how it plays out. And we should have. I'll probably be doing some more track as far as hand laying some rail ties. And I think we're going to start putting some shelves up to display the trains so that they're not always in boxes. And right now, I'm kind of taking my time, especially after I lost my brother, so I'm not rushed to do the layout right now. But once we start doing that, well, I'll do some live sessions with that as well. The more I keep sitting here looking at how I'm going to do this portable layout, it's going to be a pretty good size. Not massively large, but a good size. So that's where we're at. That's what we're doing. That's the reason for the conversion car. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit like and subscribe, drop some comments, and I will see y'all on the next one sometime, well, probably Monday sometime. As always, keep the shiny side up, rubber down. I will see you on the road, and see y'all in the next video. Y'all have a great week. See y'all then.